guys, so we just recently got our THETFORD Porta Potti 135 and it has been great. We are using it instead of using our RV toilet. After 6 years of dumping the black tank, I have had quite enough of that. And composting toilets are bigger, and something like the Nature's Head is about $1,000 bucks. I've heard it's great. However, I don't really want to spend $1,000 on a toilet. So this has been great, and this was less than $200, and it's been wonderful. So I'm going to show you just the different components and show you how you're going to use it and clean it out. So first things first is when you get it, it comes pretty much completely assembled. It comes just like this. The only thing that you'll have to put on is one of these little lids, which just goes right here, and this is for your water and for you to put a little bit of chemical treatment in there. And this pump right here is for flushing, and this already comes assembled. You don't need to worry about that. The lid you only have to put on. You have this little clip top. It clips closed, which is great. You don't have to worry about that. In here, you will see that just like an RV toilet or an airplane toilet, you're going to have this blade. So it's closed, nothing can go through. When you use your business, you will pump. On the side right here, just like an RV toilet, the water will come down with the chemical treatment. And when you are ready to flush and open that blade to get all of your stuff into the secondary tank, all you have to do is pull. I'm not sure if you can see, but the hole is open. You can see straight down there, and then just close it up, and you should be good. One thing that I've heard people say, we haven't had this problem, but some people have said if they smell a little bit of nastiness, what they will do is once the blade is closed, they'll just pump a couple times, a little bit of water above the blade so the air doesn't come through. That's completely up to you, depending on what situation you have with your toilet. I like to clean this with a little bit of essential oils mixed in with water so it can keep it fresh. So that might be something you're interested in. So when this is all filled, and this model does not have an indicator, so you're just gonna have to eyeball it, and that should not be hard, because when you do go to the bathroom and that one day that you open this up and you can see what's down there. So if you're looking at it and it's coming after you, it's a little bit too high for comfort. You know you have to book it and clean that stuff out. So I personally don't think you need an indicator to tell you how full this is. But when you are eventually ready to get this stuff cleaned out, very cool, very easy. What you have to do is take off the top and separate it from the bottom, and that's easy to do. You have one lever in the back. I'm gonna put this on the ground so better leverage. You're just gonna pull it, and it just comes apart. This is very, very, very light. So just put this somewhere off to the side, and what you are left with is this, which will be much heavier when it's full. All your poo and pee is gonna be in here. And with gloves, I watch people do this without gloves. Why do you, no. Gloves, gloves, gloves. Poop is gross. That was my PSA. So when you're ready, you're going to go to a bathroom either in somebody's house or a gas station or wherever with gloves. You are going to put this either here or here. I prefer it over here. It's just easier how it's built to dump this. So you're going to undo this cap, like so. There is a white button right here, and that is for pushing, and then you're just gonna dump it all out in that toilet. Dump, 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 dump. You're gonna have to shake it a bit, just to make sure you're getting everything out. You're gonna have to turn it around. There'll be a little extra leakage stuff. And then when you're done, you can put the lid on, twist it back, but before you do so, I would encourage you, maybe not every single time, but every few usages, every time that you dump this, after every few dumps, I would really encourage you guys to put a little bit of bleach in here and put a little bit of hose water in and close it up with this. And just take it and shake it around. So you're cleaning everything out. Nothing is being left behind. There's going to be no funny smells. There's no weird chunky stuff. Shouldn't have that, but just in case, you shake it for a bit. Then you do the same thing, you take this thing off, get that all out of there, and then you're done, which is really cool. So much easier than a black tank, I think. And then when you put it back on, just like a Lego piece, put it straight on, click it, and you're good. So really couldn't be easier. One thing I will say is I've read and I've seen a few other people's reviews of portable toilets, including this one, and a number of them have said, oh, you know, this was great when we first bought it, and up until the 7th or 8th or 9th dumping, and then it smelled so gross, it was so disgusting, we'll never use it again. And I think that's unfortunate, because I think the problem is one or two things. Number one, not using enough chemical treatment. I'll show you the one that we use. This is the one we're using now, is the EcoSmart biodegradable RV marine toilet treatment, and this is great. The green one, the apparently more eco-friendly one, I will say that it works just as well as the blue, people call it the blue stuff. I really don't know the name, but it's probably one of the more popular chemical treatments that people use, and truth be told, we've used it in our RV up until us getting this. The blue stuff is apparently much more toxic, and but it is powerful, it totally works. This one you do have to use a little bit more treatment to get the same effect, but it will work. I'll leave the description for you guys at the bottom if you want to check it out, as well as this. Second thing that I think people might have a problem with and they don't know is that using regular toilet paper for this is not the thing that you want to do. Those familiar with living in RVs or converted vans or boats will already know this, but there's a special kind of toilet paper that we need to use because it is paper that disintegrates very quickly, as opposed to the thicker regular toilet paper that most people use, and that stuff will stick around in here, and I can imagine that would cause some clumps that will stay around, and it keeps in the smell and poo and whatever else is going on. So please don't use regular toilet paper for this. Use the RV marine toilet paper, and it should cause you no problems. It should be really, really easy. Again, I really would encourage you, if you are camping with family, or you have an RV that you don't want to dump the black tanks anymore, or if you don't want to spend $1,000 on a Nature's Head composting toilet for something like a converted RV, this is great. As you can see, it's a lightweight, really easy to assemble, easy to take apart, easy to clean, easy to dump. I really don't see anything negative about this, with the exception of maybe if you're somebody who's very tall. This is pretty close to the ground. I'll put the dimensions of the size of this in the description as well, so you can take a look. My husband is six foot even, I think, or 5'11". He's pretty tall, so and he can still do it. He doesn't really have any complaints, but you know, it is quite a few inches shorter than a regular toilet. So maybe that's something to keep in mind. But otherwise, for what it is and what it costs, it is great. So I hope that gave you a little bit of an idea of how these things work, and happy travels.